filter. So unlike last year, because it was raining, I decided I would come in and show you how to deep clean your sand if you have a sand filter. And I'll show you around the pool real quick. You can see like some brownish green settlement at the bottom of the pool. And basically at the beginning of the season, as of like maybe mid-April, I started coming out here and dealing with the huge mess from the winter. The pool was dark green and it had tons and tons of leaves in it. And it took me about 3 weeks to clear all that out. And so before I got started with that, I decided, well, let me wait and see how everything goes before I just deep clean the sand. Because ultimately, if I would have deep cleaned the sand before I started cleaning all that mess out, I would have had to deep clean the sand again because of what kind of mess that it was. It was extremely dark green. And that was from me not covering the swimming pool because this past season, the baby was really young. He was like 5 months old whenever I closed the pool. And I just didn't have the time to come out here and put a cover. Most years I do cover the pool, most seasons. And yeah, as you can see, it's kind of like a turquoise color. The water is pretty clear, but because the filter is not really working the way that it should right now, because I need to deep clean the sand, it's not really working the way that it should. And so some stuff got stuck at the bottom of the pool. I have plenty of chlorine in here. I always run about 1 to 2 bags of shock every week because this pool holds over 11,000 gallons. And I have 2 chlorine floaters running in the pool, and I have some chlorine granules there that I use as well. So this pool gets more than enough chlorine. And when you know that your pool has enough chlorine, but you're still seeing green sediment at the bottom, or you see green stuff spitting out from your return or whatnot, or you have to backwash too often even though you're adding chlorine, that's when you know that you're going to need to come out and deep clean your sand filter. And ideally, you're going to need to deep clean your sand filter yearly to maintain the sand. Your sand in your filter should last you between 5 to 7 years. So there's no point in replacing it every year, but you do need to deep clean it every year. But I was honestly hoping I could get away with waiting to do this a little bit longer. So I'm gonna turn on my filter real quick just to show you kind of what's happening in here. So you can see it spitting a little bit of like brownish colored stuff out into the water. That's one of the signs that it needs to be deep cleaned. We're gonna do that now. This time around, I'm going to videotape it like I didn't last year and show you how to do this. And I have my daughter here helping me. Yeah. Okay, so what you're gonna wanna do first is come out here and backwash and rinse your filter first, which I did last night before I went in for the night. And then plus I ran the vacuum for a while, and I also backwashed again after I ran the vacuum. So what you're gonna wanna do first is come close all your valves for your return and for your intake. And then come disconnect all your hoses. Disconnect backwash hose. Disconnect this hose that goes from the filter to the pump. And then disconnect this hose that goes from your filter to your return. And then come open up this knob here. You don't really have to, but I like to, so if there's any dirty water in there, it'll drain out. And then I'm gonna go over and get one thing out of my storage box here. So this is filter cleaner. I'll show you how we're gonna use this after we do the deep clean. As you can see, some of the water that's draining from the filter is kind of like a greenish color. And so, with the fact that I had such a bad algae outbreak in this pool from the winter, it definitely makes sense that it would be green. My daughter made videos on her channel on how green it was. I'm turning that the wrong way. Oops. So, now what you're gonna wanna do is take off this top part, which is your 6-way valve. That's gonna expose the sand inside the tank. So in order to do that, what you're gonna wanna do is change your 6-way valve to where it says closed. Mine doesn't have the labels on it anymore because it's really old. Yours probably will. So then what you're gonna wanna do is come down here, see that screw right there? You loosen this screw and you loosen that screw.
Ooh! Ah. Shoot, I was trying to show them the screw. Where is it?
Right here.
Here, and then there's another one.
Yeah, it's over here.
Here. Yeah.
The screw head for that one is going the opposite direction. So just kind of loosen these screws. It's a big screw, so it takes a while.
Dang.
To get it out.
Yeah, that thing must be massive.
It is. Come look.
I know. Oops, my hair is in the way.
And you don't have to take it out all the way. That way, you're not gonna lose it. And then I gotta come around here and open the other one. I have the other one going the other direction. Because for some reason, it didn't want to close for me when I put the one in. And you don't have to take this side off all the way, just loosen it up some so that you can just get this off. This is just to hold the 6-way valve onto the tank. So then once you have them loose, all you're gonna do is just pull it apart. You need to loosen this one up just a little bit more. And then just lift it off like that. And then set that aside. And then take your make sure you don't lose any of your rubber gaskets that are to the hose openings. And then pull up on it. Set that aside. And then you can see inside of there at the sand.
Your head is in the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. And then
I have the camera zoomed in. I'm giving them a close up.
okay, so then all you're gonna want to do is
Shoot, it's got water on me.
push the hose down into the tank of sand.
And you're gonna overflow it.
Yeah, you overflow it. Can you see all that debris coming out? And just kind of move it around inside the tank. Make sure you get the hose all the way to the bottom. See all that cloudy stuff and all that crap that's coming out of the sand?
Not very clearly, but
You can see it up top better. And just kind of pull the hose out, move it around into a different spot. And I'll kind of loosen up the sand and really get it.
oh yeah, that is super green.
Yeah, see, it's real dirty and green. So you gotta get all that crap out of the sand. You gotta do this every year, but as I was saying before, with the algae outbreak that we had though, it's no surprise that it got to this point. So you want to keep doing this until the water runs clear or until you no longer see any debris coming down the side.
So come back to you, then I'll ask what have we done under the sun. To be free, be away, big breath that you can't fake once you begun.
In the process. So we don't waste any water. I'm gonna put the hose back in the pool. So you do have to backwash, and sometimes my water level is kind of low in here from backwashing last night. So sometimes when your water level is low, it's good to add water back, because if the water gets below your skimmer, your pump's not going to be able to run. So there's that. So then you got a lot of dirt in here. You can just dump this in the pool and kind of clean it off if you want to. Use your water hose to clean it up with.
You're gonna dump dirt in the pool.
No, I'm just going to use the top of the pool water to clean it off. It's just like grass.
Oh.
It is. Or you can use your water hose to do it with, either way. The filter is going to take care of all this. We're going to add a lot of chlorine and stuff. Just make sure you don't lose any of your gaskets. I usually have extra ones, but half the time I can't find them. It's probably better to clean it off just to be on the safe side. So then we're going to come back over here and I'll show them how to put it back on. Okay. So, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is how you want to put it back on. Your backwash, your hose attachment right here for your backwash should always be facing out away from your pool. Unless you're in some kind of weird situation where you have to turn it, you can turn it around and adjust it to however fits your needs best. And then so pick this up,
Can I try?
put this back on.
Can I try screwing that in? Can I?
Yeah, just a minute. Let me get it started on this side because it came apart on me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, just wrap this back around.
I'm gonna set my phone down on it.
Where did my screwdriver go?
Uh-oh.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
So you're gonna do that one,
Uh-huh.
and then I can do the other one? What's this part for?
That's to see your water whenever you backwash to see if it's running clear. And then this thing right here, this little dial is your pressure gauge. When your pressure gauge goes into the yellow, it's time to backwash.
Yeah.
Can you see how it goes in the little screw?
Which way?
Turn it to the right. Righty tighty, lefty loosey.
I see the hole, but I'm having a hard time getting it because my hands are shaky.
Here, hold this. Yeah. Okay. It's in there. All you gotta do is turn it to the right. To the right. That way. This way.
Is it getting in there?
Uh-huh. It's a really long screw. So just turn it until it won't turn anymore. And then I gotta get on the other side and tighten the other one down. You want me to go ahead? Here, you want me to do it? Okay. That one's tighter because it's starting to... I think that's about as tight as I can get it. Okay. It should be okay. And then
Now we gotta hook up all the returns.
yeah, you put this part from the return that goes into this, it goes on the back of it. And then rehook this part. It goes from the pump to the filter. Thread this down for me. There we go. Make sure you don't cross your threads. And then reattach your backwash hose to the back of there. Then what you're gonna do is put it on backwash. Open up the valves. And then backwash. Now some water should be coming out the other end over there.
That water is very green.
Yeah. See this right here? What I'm gonna do real quick now, just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna take this filter cleaner. I'm gonna come over here and close this valve up real quick. And then I'm gonna take this top part off. I'm gonna unscrew the little cap down on the bottom to drain some of the water out. And then I'm gonna take this filter cleaner and put that in there just to help clean the sand a little bit more. Ideally, I like to use some filter cleaner like this every time I backwash. It just helps keep the filter clean during the season. And then so, put that back on. And then turn the pump back on and let it finish backwashing. Oh, after you open the valve. So this is your water coming through that little window right there to see what it looks like. When the water runs clear, then you can turn off backwash. And then down there you can see all that filter cleaning stuff coming out the other end. Over there, it looks like soap. The suds back there behind you. Let's see. Let it go. And you see a little bit of sand in there and the water's clear. That's when you want to stop backwashing. And then turn your filter on to rinse. And then let it rest.
I have to point it towards you. Here, there we go.